Okay, my beautiful friends, here we are, you and me, together again at last. Lovely morning, absolutely lovely morning. Every morning is lovely. All right, so let's talk, you and me. It is Wednesday, December 9th, 2020. Right now, the S&P 500 is poised for yet another record high open. Let's see where the market ends the day here. But look at the scenario. This morning, right now, the dollar is weaker. 10-year yield 0.939 and crude oil getting bid higher. What does that mean? It's the perfect scenario for stocks to rise. Then, of course, you got the story, the ongoing saga of Congress back and forth trying to figure out how much cash they're going to have the Federal Reserve create out of thin air to stimulate the economy. No, it's to help push the stock market even higher. You know, it's kind of funny. Why is it in all of the back and forth talks between Pelosi and McConnell, we haven't heard one time the mention of where's all this cash coming from? Apparently now they're up to $918 billion stimulus package, COVID stimulus package. Well, how come no one's asking the question to these two freaks? Hey, all these billions, this nearly $1 trillion, where does it come from? How about it comes from the Federal Reserve? You see, you're not supposed to know that. You're going to think that they have this cash saved somewhere. No, America is destitute, the most literally indebted nation in the history of the world. In the history of the world, there's nothing that comes close to the debt load that is carried by our nation here. It's unbelievable. But again, that's the way it is here in this new paradigm that we are in. And again, no matter what they decide to do, okay, whenever they decide to do it, this is installment number 1, okay? You can already see how the dollar has been reacting for year to date. The dollar has lost 8% of its value, and you think we're done? You think we're done. No, we're not done by a long shot. The dollar is being deliberately crushed to issue in the new dollar. Okay, this is the Federal Reserve. This is their grand plan. You know that. And I'll tell you something else. At the next Fed meeting, I would not be surprised in the slightest to see the Federal Reserve increase its asset purchases. And what does that mean? They got to create even more cash out of thin air, all by design. It's incredible. And people sit back here and they wonder why they're being distracted with, oh, look here, don't look here. You know, we got this whole thing going on here with the election and court battles, and make sure you're following what's going on over there, because you're not allowed to really know what's going on over here, okay? It's a major distraction like everything else. And people just fall into line like the zombies that they are. They have no choice. They're so indoctrinated. They've been so polarized that this is what they must do. You understand? Just follow the rules that are dictated to you by a mind-twisting game. Again, meanwhile, the Federal Reserve is taking over our entire country. They're taking over the entire world. But again, you know, stay distracted. Stay distracted. All right, so like I said, stocks here poised for a record high open, at least with regard to the S&P 500. You got gold and silver under pressure. You got cryptocurrencies under pressure. Now, I explained to you several times, I would not be surprised to see Bitcoin test its recent low, 16,000 and change. I wouldn't be surprised. And if it does test that recent low and bounce off, that is extremely bullish. I'll keep all of you on top of that. Dollar, you understand, like I said, a little weaker today on the promise of nearly $1 trillion being created out of thin air by the Federal Reserve. No questions asked. No one asks where the cash is coming from. It's amazing. This is how dumbed down people have become. It's so sick, it really is. Anyway, people, so that's the situation. It's just as twisted, if not more so, and it will continue to become more twisted as we move forward into this new paradigm. Believe what I'm telling you. A new set of rules are coming. I want you all to be prepared for the new set of rules because a crisis is coming. A crisis of the debt, a crisis of the currency is coming that is going to be so absolutely epic by design. Okay, this is not going to be by chance. Again, to finish what the Federal Reserve started back in 1913 so they can, again, take over the entire planet. This is their goal. This is what they've wanted to do. The emergence of the two-tier society is in our face. And right now, it's all about debt acquisition on an unprecedented scale. Debt acquisition, debt issuance. That's it. That's the only thing right now supporting the market in an economic meltdown. I want you to think about that too. All right, with that said, I'm out of here. About 35 minutes to the opening bell. I'll see all of you at the end of the day. Please share the video. See you later.